On the back of my Mac, I have a new product from Nanoleaf. I'm talking about the PC Mirror strip light that they have released recently. And as a big fan of Nanoleaf, do I have only good thing to talk about this one, or would I like to see something slightly different? Hi everyone, Marcos here from madpack, and if you love HomeKit and smart home, definitely this is the place for you, because basically when we talk about the Nanoleaf, I cover all their products. And Nanoleaf has sent me this new product for my Mac that you can obviously put also on your PC to have a light that basically coordinates what happens on your screen, and we'll go there in a minute. But one thing that I really like is that this product comes with a new design when we'll talk about the strip light. So as you see, the strip light is like this. You have this weird design that basically is super sticky and it stays on the screen. And as you know, I'm a big fan of the Nanoleaf 4D. That is, for me, the best light that you can attach to your TV if you want a solution with a camera. But the big problem was definitely that strip light that will never stick to the TV, and after a couple of months it just comes apart. So definitely a poor design, but Nanoleaf have done a massive improvement in that, and this one is no disappointment whatsoever. But this light is not all perfect, and I will explain you in a minute the reasons why I'm saying that. So as we expect from Nanoleaf, this is a smart product that you can basically connect to your home devices, and you have a specific app to be able to control this through your computer. And this is the app that we are talking about, but there is a big problem. So since it's a new software that they have released, is very laggy. And one thing that I was not expecting is the fact that you are not able to connect these products directly into your HomeKit, because that was something that I really wanted to do. So in other words, you will have to be running their app to be able to control and changing the designs that you want on those lights. When you go to the app, you'll be able to have all the scenes, the basics, and so on and so on. But in my case, I have basically erased all of them, and I just stay with the one that I want on the background of my screen. Like it happens with all the products from Nanoleaf, you'll have a massive library that you can choose from, so definitely a plus. And the colors that you can do with these lights are insanely good. When we talk about brightness, maybe because I have so many lights, I would like that the brightness on this product was slightly better or slightly higher, because some of my lights are really bright. One issue that I found with this app is the fact that even if it's connected to your home, that in this case is not, and I'll explain you why, you will be able to see them here, but for some reason I was not able to change them through this app, so definitely a bummer in my opinion. So the reason why I disconnected is because I was having some issues on my home with Apple HomeKit, and some of the lights, they were not responsive, and for some reasons I thought that could be from this app or another product that I'm testing, and since they are both from Nanoleaf, I wanted to be sure that I don't continue to have issues with my smart home. So for that reason, I'm not using it. And because I was not really able to control the lights of my home, so imagine even if I was here and I wanted to control the Nanoleaf lines or the Nanoleaf blocks, I was not really able to change them for some reason. And for that reason, I decided to basically sign off my account and basically just control those lights that are connected to the computer. And those lights are too, so obviously here is this light that we are testing out, and this is another one that we'll be talking really soon on the channel. But now let's try what is more important for me, that is the 4D experience that this device is capable to deliver, like it happens with the Nanoleaf 4D. So for that, the only thing that you have to do is to connect and to turn on Screen Mirror, and in that way you'll be able to do that. So let's talk about color accuracy, and as you can see, the whites are not really white, they are a bit creamy. On the camera it looks a little bit red, but it's definitely a little bit more a cream. But the other colors are very accurate. The green is green, the blue is blue, the purple is purple, and that's definitely something that I really like about this product. And you don't have to do any calibration, so definitely a plus, something that doesn't happen with other solutions like you can have for your TV, like the Nanoleaf 4D or even the Goovy T2 or the T3 Elite. You always have to do some calibrations. When we look here and you have a bit of a white and blue and yellow, it's difficult to really have a yellow color because it struggles with the white balance. So definitely something that I would like to see a little bit more of customization. Maybe if we could have a solution like it exists on the Nanoleaf 4D that I can customize more, it will be easier for being a little bit more accurate, but it definitely happens on the background, the color that is showing on the edges of your screen. So definitely a plus. And I really enjoy how it works and how good it is. But I like that in some situations the saturation was a little bit higher because colors they are darker, like for example a blue is very easy to see, but a color that is lighter like a yellow is a little bit harder to show off. But you can see that whatever happens on the screen is basically going through and is super easy to use. This is another video, so obviously let's see a video happening in real time and what you can expect. And as you can see also, the light that is on the corner is basically another product from Nanoleaf that we'll bring to the channel really soon. So you could see the transition happens seamlessly, but the whites are not so white as I would like. But the blues, the purples, the reds are really good, even the greens. What is your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. I really would love just that the whites were slightly whiter. But it's so cool to have this experience on my computer, the same that I normally have on my living room. And like I said, the yellows, I would like that they were a little bit more saturated. So resuming a bit, my thoughts on this one is that it's a good product, but it feels a bit like a beta version if you want, because the software is not optimized, it still have a lot of glitches, so I'm hoping to see changes there. When we talk about the experience, that is the main reason why you want to buy this type of product, is the fact that you can control the backlight and mimicking what is happening on the screen. I really love the saturation, I really love the colors, they are very accurate, and that's something that I always complain about all companies. Even if Nanoleaf was the closest, they were always a little bit behind if you want in colors. Here all the colors are very accurate, besides the whites that are a little bit creamy, but that's something that is really hard just for a light strip to be able to be so specific with whites and colors. Only if in future generations they have specific lights just for whites and they have specific lights just for colors, that I think is the only way that you'll be able to do that and to overpass the whites and the calibration of the whites, because if they are all in the same place, it's basically impossible to do. And the other thing is, really, I want that the strip light can recognize, and in this case their software can recognize that my computer is to sleep, and I can have an option there to just turn off if the computer is to sleep, because otherwise it's just turn on all the time, or I have to manually go through the control to turn it off. So resuming, it's a good product, but it doesn't feel finished. So I hope that Nanoleaf will invest a little bit more time in their software to make it perfect, something that I'm used to having all Nanoleaf products. Since I'm a massive fan, I have basically all the versions that they have ever released. And this one is not a 100% go to purchase, in my opinion, but it's still a very relevant because in my opinion, Nanoleaf, when we talk about mirror the screen, is still the best company that you can purchase today. My name is Marco, this is madpack. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, smash the thumbs up, do whatever you want, but always with a smile on your face, and I hope to see you in the next one.